Hello, we're going to start today with another quick pep talk. So, we talked yesterday about hard work. I'm all about some hard work and some effort. So, I chose this one for today. Wake up with determination, go to sleep with satisfaction. So, when you wake up, you need to face the day determined to be successful and to accomplish things. And if you do that, if you work hard to accomplish things and make yourself better than you were the day before, then you will go to sleep with satisfaction. You'll be totally satisfied with yourself. You won't be up thinking, could have done that better, could have done this, could have done that. You'll know that you did everything you could to be successful that day. So it's a good way to live. Today, we are going to talk about types of sentences. And yesterday, we talked about subjects and predicates. To make a complete sentence, subject is the naming part. Predicate is the telling part of the sentence to make a complete sentence. Well, today we're going to, that was like a review. And today we're going to talk about types of sentences. I'm going to throw some big words at you. You may or may not have heard them before, but we're going to practice with them all week. So it'll be okay. Here them are. Here they are. 4 types of sentences. Okay, a statement. A statement gives information, and we call it a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence. A declarative sentence. The shoe is red. That's a statement. I mean, you're just telling a fact or an opinion. It doesn't require a response. Okay? So, a statement is a declarative sentence. Next type is a question. Questions ask something. So if you ask a question, you're going to be waiting for a response. An example would be, what are you doing? That's what we call an interrogative sentence. And I know interrogative is a big word, but think about it. If you ever watched like a big mystery or something, maybe the police are interrogating a suspect, meaning that they're asking the suspect a lot of questions. So interrogating sounds like interrogative because they've got the same Greek root word. But that's how you can remember it. An interrogative sentence is like interrogating a suspect. You're asking them questions. Going back to declarative, you could declare something. If you declare something, you say it. So that's how you can remember declarative. So declare, you make a statement. Interrogative, interrogate, you're asking questions. So statement, declarative, you're making a statement. And question, interrogative, you're interrogating, you're asking questions. The next type is a command. Commands give an order or make a request. An example would be, please pick it up. Stop doing that. So you're giving an order or making a request. You're not looking for an answer. These are called imperative sentences. And you can remember it like important starts the same way as imperative because commands are important. There's something that somebody wants done right then. So imperative sounds like important, which is how you could understand that. The last type of sentence is exclamation. An exclamation shows a sudden or strong feeling. Example, I love you, or we see a spider. These oftentimes will end in both periods and exclamation points. And they're called exclamatory sentences. So you can remember exclamatory sentences end with exclamation points because they show a sudden or strong feeling or emotion. Okay? So there are your 4 types of sentences for today. Now, in your assignment, after you watch this whole video for 20 points of your grade today, okay, all I'm asking you to do here, it says step 2, fill in the notes about the types of sentences. Yep, just copy them and review the information you copied. So basically everything that's in this chart right here, I want to be in this chart. So it's already got the word. I would just go row by row. It's already got the word declarative. It's there. Second one says makes a statement. So you would just have to type statement. And it's already got the punctuation that you use for a declarative sentence, which is a period and an example. Then the next one would be an interrogative sentence. And it already says interrogative sentence up here. And it says ask A, and you'd have to fill in question. And of course, an interrogative sentence would end with a question mark since it's a question and it has an example of an interrogative sentence. Then the next one is imperative, like important. And you would have to fill in command, demand, or order. So that's what you would type in this box. And you'd also have to type, it says period, or may use an exclamation point if there is a motion there. So you would type what's in parentheses from this box into this box. And it has an example of an imperative sentence. And then the last one is exclamatory. And you would have to type exclamatory. And it already says expresses strong, so you would just add emotion to the box. It already tells you that exclamatory sentences often end in exclamation points. And it already has your example there. So that's what you do for this slide. Then we could review again about text structures. Description tells adjectives, characteristics, creates a mental image in your mind. Compare and contrast tells how things are alike and different. Might use words like same, different, both, neither. In contrast, on the other hand, differences, similarities, however, although, while. That would be compare and contrast, where you're telling how at least two subjects are alike and different. Okay? Order and sequence, we know there are two kinds. There's chronological order. Chrono means time. So chronological order meaning events in time, like in a history book or a biography. You'd see dates. You'd see timestamps like at the age of 10, before high school, after college, before marriage. You'd see different timestamps like that. You might also see it, different texts talk about a period of time. Like maybe in the text it might say in the age of the dinosaurs. That would be an example of another timestamp to show chronological order. So that's one kind of sequence. The other kind is telling steps in a procedure, where you might see words like first, next, then, finally. Okay? Problem and solution. One event leads to another, but there has to be a problem and there has to be a solution included in the text. You might see words like cause, effect as a result, but you also might see words like problem, solution, harm, help, prevention, different words like that to signal a problem and solution text structure. And then the last one is cause and effect, another situation where one event leads to another. And you might see one cause with many effects, many results, or maybe one effect with many causes. And you can distinguish between it and problem solution because it's gonna lack a solution usually. Okay? So you would see words like cause, effect, if then, due to, as a result. Those would be some major clue words for cause and effect. So after you've gone through this video and you've completed the types of sentences chart and you have gone over this chart that we're looking at right now, then you are going to go on to the work for today. And some of you have already read this, you lucky ducks. So you already kind of have a little bit of a heads up. But each of these, and there are 3 of them, and each of them has 4 questions. And it says, step 4, read the passage and complete the questions. So each of these are worth 20 points. You would read, it says, and then you'd answer the questions. Identify the text structure used. Circle 3 words that give you a clue about the type of text structure you used. So if I was doing it, I would go ahead and I would start circling words, clues that tell me the text structure as I was reading it. That's what I would do. Then you already have number 2 done, and it gives you more help as far as trying to decide the answer to number 1. Number 3, use context clues to write the definition for the word tender. So you'd find the word tender, and then using, in this case, They give examples of what tender is. So you could decide what tender means by looking at what examples they give. And using your schema. Okay, you're talking about campfire and tinder. What do you use bark and dead plants and wood to do? And you could use your schema, which you already know in your brain about that subject. Number 4, underline a sentence that tells you what to do as soon as your fire is lit. And you can find that sentence and underline it with, of course, the underlining tool and the shape tool to circle. You have lodging options for all, so you need to decide what type of text structure that is. And again, I would circle the clue words as you go through it, so that then you already have number 2 done, and it helps you figure out what the text structure is, which is the answer to number 1. Question number 3 on this one says, write a subtitle for the paragraph. Explain why you chose that subtitle. Okay, so a subtitle would be sub is under. That's one of our Greek root words. So it's under the main title. So what could you put under lodging options for all that would explain more about this text? And then the last one, underline the sentence or sentences that tell you why sleeping in a cabin might be warmer. So you can find that, underline it. It'd be awesome if you'd put a number 4 next to it. Then the last one, picture perfect camping. And again, I'd read it. As I was reading it, I'd circle the clue words that I saw. Then I can tell what the text structure is. I already have number 2 done. Number 3 says, explain how you know which text structure was used to write the article. So already having the clue words circled would help you answer that number 3. Number 4, underline a sentence that describes natural elements of a campsite, meaning things that are already in nature. Okay? All right. And after you're done with that, you're done with today. You can get 8 points today for turning it in. Completed, of course. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.